Hi everyone, Lisa Finkel coming to you from Prince Edward Island in Atlantic Canada, Canada's smallest province. I unloaded a kiln today, so I thought I'd show you a few pieces that came out of the kiln. I'm doing another kiln load as we speak, so it'll be back-to-back kilns. Lots of potters in that position right now, I know, with the season and trying to get gifts done as well. So I'm going to show you a few pieces that came out today, and then hopefully tomorrow too, if everything goes well with the firing. So let's just start with this first mug, which says, "Can you not?" I made this for my daughter for Christmas. It's her favorite saying whenever she's frustrated with somebody. This is dipped in Laguna Power Turquoise with a band of night moth on the outside. And you can see this was the end of a night moth jar, so there are a lot of crystals in this particular jar. And then I use my MKM stamps for the lettering, for the bigger lettering. And I bought those a few years ago, and they're expensive, but they are worth every cent. I use the heck out of them. Here's another mug, also same glaze combo. And this one says HR Squad. My husband works in HR, and his team are coming over for dinner next week, and I wanted to make something for them. So they're all going to get a mug that says HR Squad, and they're all pretty similar, and they're all in the Power Turquoise with Night Moth. I also made this tray with swirls. And this side is Laguna Power Turquoise. This side is my Studio Dark Blue. But any dark blue would work. Any dark blue Celadon or, whatever. This is just something I mix. And then where they meet, I put a band of Night Moth. So that's really pretty. And then with just a little freeform rim on it. And then I made a little bowl with matching glaze. And it just goes like that. So that's a cute little set. Same glaze treatment again. Once again, probably more crystals than I would normally want. I didn't realize they were going to melt quite that much, but still pretty. And then with a little matching bowl that goes with the tray too. All right. So my son plays on a college basketball team, and they're called the Seawolves. So made a couple of mugs for their coaches. So this is on a medium brown clay. And I think all those other ones I just showed you were also on a medium brown clay. I don't know exactly which one, but it's not like one of the dark reds or browns. It's more like a medium range brown stoneware. It's stoneware for sure. So just put their names in it, and Seawolves, which is the team on the bottom. So once I fired it, I covered it in black underglaze and wiped it back. And then waxed the bottoms and this part. And then I dipped it. First I put a white liner, my satin white liner. And then I dipped it in firebrick red. Because the team colors are red and white. So those turned out really, really nice. Really happy with those. My husband and I typically just do stockings at Christmas. So this year, one of the things we said we would give each other in our stockings was something that we each made for the other. He is an amazing, amazing cook. So I made him this olive oil pourer. And get him in a little closer to show you. He loves reds and rustic oranges and things like that. So the top is firebrick red. The middle is deep sienna speckle, which is Amico and Amico. And then the bottom is my Temuku gold. And then I just put two thin lines on either side of the deep sienna speckle in light flux, just to get some movement and some interest. And I indented it. His hands are much bigger than mine, so I indented it a bit so it would be easier for him to grab. So that's the olive oil pourer. And I made another one, a gift for a friend of mine. So this one has my Studio Black, which I think Obsidian would be very similar. And then I have Laguna Turquoise on the top, black on the bottom, and then on the bottom band of Laguna Turquoise, there is Coyote Gunmetal Green. So you get these really nice bluey drips. I'm really happy with that. I also made just some little snowmen. I only made a couple. I probably should have made more, but I just was playing on the wheel one day. So I threw this as a closed form. And then added a little bit more at the top for his hat, and then just added some features. So the top part would be Laguna Turquoise. I think I did his face in alabaster. The clay is a medium brown. This is in this is like a black underglaze. This is an orange underglaze. And then this is fire brick red, the little bow tie. So he's really cute. He stands, I don't know, maybe 6 inches high. So just decorative. Then I made a little teeny tiny one. Same idea. He's just little, maybe 2.5 inches tall. Same colors, same idea, same colors, same, threw it as a form on the wheel and then just added things afterwards. Hang on one second, I'm gonna grab. Sorry about that. This little shape bowl, sometimes it's the littlest things that people gravitate towards, is one of the biggest things I've made this season. And I call it a cheese ball bowl, just because when I made it, I thought, that's a perfect size to put a cheese ball in, or a dip, or pate, or whatever. So when I sell them with these just little wooden pate knives. And people love them. They've been going like hotcakes, so that's nice. Nice when you can come up with a little simple thing that's not a mug, because sometimes you can get a little bit tired of making mugs. This is a Dragonfly Mug, and just a complete dip in my Studio Turquoise. This is a little applique with a stamp. Then I just wipe. So I dip the whole thing and then I just wipe it back. This is a really nice, simple way to do that. If you hear clicking on the floor, it's Diesel, my daughter's dog. I've been babysitting him a little bit. Oh, so I had another one of those. Same idea. I'm doing this in the evening. The lighting is not nearly as nice as during the day, so sometimes the colors aren't as true as you'd like, especially in the winter when it gets dark early, but we use what we got. So this one, I made 3 of these. So white inside, white bottom, black. And this one is just, I call them attitude mugs. So they're mugs with a message. And there's the other 2. I did them all in the same color. Kind of like the black and white. I thought it kind of matched the saying and the attitude, right? And a couple more little bowls. This one was a flop on the wheel. So sometimes when that happens, you just go with it. It's on dark brown clay or a medium brown clay. And I just kind of manipulated it once it had flopped and made some holes to see how the glaze would run and stuff. So basically a tester bowl, but it's kind of cute. And I did it in my Studio Green. This green is vintage green on brown. On white clay, it's much brighter. So it just depends what clay you use. And then lots of flux on it, and the flux turns turquoise. So that's really cool. And just another one of these little bowls. And when I do little bowls like this, I just use odds and ends for my clay. Whenever I have like 400 grams of clay, 300 grams of clay, 250 grams of clay, I'll just throw a little bowl if it's at the end of the bag or the end of the day, you're tired. So here's this little bowl also in Power Turquoise with Night Moth, medium brown clay. One thing you should note is this treatment works almost the exact same on white clay. Like sometimes you get different results depending on the clay, but Power Turquoise, it might be a bit brighter on the white clay, but it's a pretty close treatment to this. And then I usually sell them with these little wooden spoons. People love those. I call these my flower power mugs. So this is just a little flower cutout that I got, I don't know, probably on Amazon or somewhere. And what I do is I put the applique on when I throw it, and then I completely dip it in white. And this is just my studio satin white. And then I wipe back the white on the flower, and then I paint the flower with another glaze. And that glaze is Coyote Fairy Rose, because I really like that glaze. I like the brightness, the vividness. It holds up to heat really well, because some pinks can be a bit iffy. This is a little set I made for somebody who ordered it. So once again, it's the exact same flower power mugs, but I call these mini me sets because the little ones are kind of designed for little hands. It's got a nice wide base so it doesn't tip easily. Narrows at the top so it doesn't spill easily. So nice for little ones, or also great for espresso mugs as well. And I sell them in sets with the bigger mug for the adult, whether it's mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, aunt, friend, whatever. And this is just another flower power mug. A lot of my mugs are bellied. People really like bellied mugs, I think, because they're not super tall, but they can hold a lot. So it varies from throwing session to throwing session, but the last few batches I've been trying to do a lot of bellied mugs. So this one is similar to the olive oil pourer. So studio satin white in the middle, medium brown clay, black on the bottom, powdered turquoise on the top, and coyote gunmetal green in the middle. And that gives you lots of pretty drips. And here's another one. So this one is the Laguna powdered turquoise with night moth. You can see that I went on quite a powdered turquoise run there. Sometimes when you get near the end of the season and you're trying to do things in a little more bulk so that you can be a little more efficient with your glazing, my next kiln load has different colors in it, so I'll try to do them all at once because it's easier than trying to jump from color to color to color when you're trying to make some multiples. This glaze combo is called Mystic Lake, and it is got a little indent. I call these wine cups, so it's got a little thumb indent, but they can be used for anything. And you can see that. So on the bottom is my Studio Blue. This is on white clay. So you can see that blue, which I showed you, I think, on a few pieces, gets much brighter. It's still a nice dark vivid blue, but it's more cobalty where the other one's almost like a navy. So it's blue, and then I meet it with my Studio Turquoise. Then I do a band around like this of olive float, and then I do a band where there's no olive float of light flux, and you get this. And every firing is different with this particular combo. Sometimes the crystals melt a lot, sometimes they don't melt as much, but always you get really interesting glaze flow and patterns. So this is one of my favorite combos. Full disclosure, I am a Ted Lasso geek. Harry Potter geek last video, Ted Lasso geek this video. I love that show. I just think it's so positive, and it's so nice to watch shows that are positive in their message and show kindness and all those good things. So anyway, this is a mug I made in honor of Ted Lasso, and if it doesn't sell, I will not be heartbroken. It says, "Be a goldfish." And those of you who have watched the show know, and this is on brown clay, so black on the bottom, white on the top, really simple, that be a goldfish means goldfish have like the shortest memories on earth of any animal or any creature, I think. So the message is, you know, when bad things come your way, good things are coming. So be a goldfish. So I like that mug a lot. Here's one of my more traditional wine cup styles, and it's on medium clay, Laguna powdered turquoise, and night moth on the top. And just another mug in that combo I showed you already, which is the black powdered turquoise and Coyote Gunmetal Green. So lots of pretty colors in that. The last thing I wanted to show you were these. So I was trying to come up with, and I haven't made these I'm going to sell, but I am going to make some for our Christmas table. And I wanted to come up with a little cup for the little ones in our family. We're not exchanging gifts this year, so I thought, well, if I made something for the Christmas table that they could take home with them, that would be really nice. So I came up with this idea. So it's just a little snowman cup. And it's small for little hands. And it's got a little, they each have a little applique. This one has a snowflake. And they have indents, of course, because snowmen have indents, but they're great for helping hold too. And then inside is Norse blue. Probably hard to see that, but so Norse blue inside, which kind of matches the applique. And this is just black underglaze. So I painted these at the greenware stage. I probably will try to go with a little darker orange next time. I mixed two underglazes and to make an orange because I didn't have orange, or the orange I had was like more like a stroke and coat than a typical underglaze, and I didn't want it to run. So I might have to work on that a little bit, but I think they turned out awful cute. So there's this one. They're all different. Here's another little guy, and this one has a heart right where his heart would be. So sweet. And this is just a little fatty with one, and he's got a little snowflake, and they all have buttons, noses, smiles, eyes, all in Norse blue. Oh, and the outside of them is just, I think it's a Spectrum. It's a clear glaze, and it's a satin glaze. I kind of like satins for something like this because one, it's a snowman, so it doesn't need to be super shiny. And two, satin glazes sometimes improve the holdability of a cup. And then on the bottom of them, I just put Christmas 2022. And those I did not use my big MKM stamps. I used the smaller sort of typesetter stamps that you can get anywhere online. So that's what I used for those. And there's the last guy. He's a little bit taller. He's got the little heart. So I'm really excited with how those turned out. Oh, he needs a little bit of sand. I haven't fixed the bottoms on these yet. They just came out today. So anyway, I just wanted to show you a few pieces that I've been working on. As I said, there's another load in the kiln as we speak, different colors in that load. So if I get a chance, I'll definitely post that. And I want to thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. And stay safe and stay happy.